It's the weekend, my friends are coming over and having a chaat party, so decided to make this coffee walnut pavlova for the dessert from my book. So this Indian feast has got chapters based, it's very differently kind of laid out than other of my books. So they've got themes like Friday night, chaat, feast for two, barbecue, picnic. And I have chosen one of my favorite desserts from here, which is oops, don't fall, which is this stunning thing. And I have made it in so many, you can see it's because I've made this so many times, but I've never filmed it, so I thought I will film it for you. So it's caramelized walnut and coffee pavlova, and it seriously is one of the best pavlovas I've ever made. So let's get baking. So I need to separate 6 egg whites. I'm going to add the 6 egg whites here, but I'm going to use the yolks to make some lemon curd because the weather is cheering up and it's a great thing to have for cakes or for toast or something. Anyways, so I'm not going to waste the yolks. So just going to put the whites in the mixer directly. So the sun's come out. Now I'm going to start whisking this on medium speed until it forms soft peaks. So I just want to show you, once it gets to soft peaks, I'm going to continue whisking it and add 300 grams of caster sugar a little at a time. So you've seen I've added all the sugar and it is beautiful. What I do need to do is still continue to whisk this for a minute or two. And while that's happening, I'm going to prepare a syrup. So I have got here 2 tablespoons of corn flour. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of instant coffee granules. And lastly, 2 tablespoons of cider vinegar to this. I'm going to mix it up and then slowly add this mixture to our meringues mix. First, let the coffee dissolve. Add the mixture to this. You can reduce the speed a little bit. And the reason you whisk it even more after adding the sugar is because sometimes if the sugar is not mixed properly, then the meringue starts bleeding like sugar on the sides, which is also fine. It's happened to me a lot of times and we still eat the meringue. It still tastes amazing, but it doesn't look perfect. So yeah, if you just continue to whisk a little bit, it will dissolve the sugar and hopefully that should not happen. So there's our mix. Just look at that. Look at that. How stunning does that look? Right, let me, oops. So obviously you can make it with 2 egg whites. You can make it with 4 egg whites depending on the number of people you want to feed. This is, look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. Right, time to put it on the baking tray. Now to make sure that your kind of paper doesn't move, just take a little bit of meringue and then the paper will stick and your meringue and the baking paper will not move, which is really important. And then we bring our gorgeousness. So you can just, you can draw the circle if you are not confident. I don't mind if it's a circle or if it's not a circle. Till the time the meringue cooks properly, that's all I want. So yeah, I'm going to put it all in and then kind of shape it up a little bit. once I've got all the meringue in there. Such a nice color as well, like a caramelly, light caramel color. Basically coffee color. Knife or a spoon, whatever you're comfortable with. But we're trying to make sure that there are no air bubbles in there. Plus I can get like a nice circular shape. So in my supper clubs, what I've done is, a lot of the times in my supper club, I've actually made individual portions of this pavlova, because then everyone gets their own, and it's been a hit every single time, which is why I've made it to all my supper clubs. So how stunning does that look? So yeah, I don't want a big crater because it's not that kind of, fruity pavlova. It's a nutty one. So I just want a few ridges so the cream can go in these gaps, and that's a good size. I'm hopefully going to feed around 10 to 12 of us. I don't know how many friends are coming, so that's going to be perfect. Okay. Right, this is going to go in a oven at 100 C here, which is fan. If you can see, let's see, yeah, 100 fan, so 120 not fan, and this is going to go in for an hour 15 minutes. So yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on it. I'm going to timer it for 1 hour first and see what's happening. So this, I have to say, has taken me much longer than I thought, and it has taken me an hour 45 minutes. Because I didn't preheat the oven and it took a bit longer. But I think now it is ready. You can see it's like crispy. So I'm going to let this sit on here for 10 minutes while I prepare the walnuts. So I have got here 120 grams of walnuts. I'm taking like 20 grams extra because I want a bit more. And I have got here 50 grams of caster sugar. I just want to show you something. So I'm preparing such a mess because I'm preparing some chaat for the dinner. So I've got some chickpea chaat going on. I've got my meringue out of the oven. I have made some dahi vada and I'm making all the preparations for the chaat. So it's going to be a chaat party, which is going to be wrapped up with some dessert. And with that, I'm just going to add 20 grams of butter. Gonna give it a stir and then cook this together on like low heat. You don't want to burn the sugar or the walnuts or the, so yeah, they are really the tastiest things, tastiest candied nuts. And you can make them kind of once they've cooled down, put them in a jar and snack on them, or coming season you could just sprinkle some on ice cream or whatever. They are just so delicious. Okay, so as you can see that the sugar has kind of become caramel. You can see here little bits, and this has been on really low heat for 4 minutes. I'll give it 2 more minutes and then I'm going to take it off and put it on a tray to cool down before I chop it up. Yep, it's all caramelized nicely. I've just put a drop of oil on some baking parchment and I'm going to transfer the roasted nuts right here in a second. That. Oh, it's so good. Right. So if you can kind of separate them while they are piping hot, do not, I repeat, do not touch because it's burning sugar. Is cooling. I'm gonna go get ready and then come back and make the chocolate sauce. And now I'm gonna make a very quick ganache. So I have got here 200 grams of double cream. I'll bring it to a boil and add it to 100 grams of dark chocolate. And all my prep for the chaat is almost done. I've cleaned everything up and I have laid the table. And here you've got 5 to 600 ml of double cream, which I have whisked with 4 tablespoons of caster sugar. You can use icing sugar as well until you've got soft peaks. And then just because we're ready to eat, I'm going to put the cream on top of the meringues. Best to do it last minute, otherwise the meringue will go soggy. Yeah, so you can have everything prepped first and then put this together at the last minute, because that's the best way to serve meringue. Spread the cream evenly. And all that's left to do is drizzle the chocolate ganache as much as you like. I have to say, I couldn't find a plate, serving plate big enough for this for this pavlova. I don't know what I was thinking. Anyways, yeah, just drizzle it all up, chop up the nuts, and then sprinkle on top and serve immediately. And here is the delicious coffee and walnut pavlova ready. And now it's time to serve this delicious pavlova and enjoy it with my friends. I have to say, it went down a storm. Everyone loved it. And I just hope you're going to give this a go. Don't forget to subscribe. Join me next week.